Hello everyone, welcome to my channel where we talk about the things we love like gaming, shows, and anime. One thing I've always loved in this series was when characters team up to fight against their opponents, so today I will be dedicating a list of the top 10 best team-ups in Dragon Ball Z. Now before we begin, I'd like to give a shout out to Seth Atchats, Reptile Boy 44, Christian Boy, Pikachu Warrior 29110, Carl Olsen, Angel Sykes, Me Love You Long Time 69, holy shit, and Vladimir Hutzel. Thank you so much, my fellow Scorpions. I hope you're all ready for this list, so without any more delays, let's begin. Number 10, Krillin and Piccolo vs. Nappa. This was one hell of a team up. I like seeing these two work together because I hated how in the early movies they kept making Krillin act like a pussy, running away every time Piccolo showed up. They kept trying to make him the comedic relief. But when Nappa and Vegeta showed up, Krillin stood up by his side tougher than ever and giving all he's got to take down Nappa. The fight was intense. Nappa demonstrated to be vicious, and even when dealing against 3 Piccolos and 3 Krillins, making it a memorable fight. Number 9, Goku and Piccolo vs. Raditz. Goku and Piccolo were rivals in the beginning, so the two of them teaming up together to take down Raditz, Goku's older brother, we knew it was going to be an epic fight. I've mentioned this fight before in the top 10 best DBZ fights, so I don't want to include the same info to the list. But what I can say is this, that when I was first introduced to Dragon Ball Z, it was about a year after finishing up the Dragon Ball saga. And the way they promoted the start of the show was by showing Goku and Piccolo fighting together to take on a tough, mysterious guy, which was Raditz. I was so excited that I even explained the excitement to my parents, and that's when we all saw the series and grew up watching it together. All thanks to that ad showing this fight. Number 8, Goku and Vegeta vs. Majin Buuhan. When Goku arrived to Gohan's help with the Potara earrings, we were ready to see Goku fuse permanently with Gohan, but since Gohan got absorbed by Buu, we knew Goku was doomed because he was considering fusing with Mr. Satan. But luckily Vegeta showed up just in time for a better fusion. Only he didn't want to since he was being so arrogant and kept refusing. So both Vegeta and Goku tried to take down Buuhan by teaming up without the fusion. They stood no chance against Buuhan, but it was very entertaining to watch them fail. Number 7, Z Fighters vs. Dr. Wheelo. Dr. Wheelo, what can I say about this villain? Not much to be honest, but he can put up one hell of a fight. This guy reminds me of Krang from Ninja Turtles, but with the Shredder's attitude from the movie, the 90s movie. Dr. Wheelo is a forgotten villain, and many of you probably don't consider him an average villain, but if you think about it, Goku already knew how to perform the Kaioken, so that means Dr. Wheelo could easily defeat Raditz. Ain't that hilarious? I know I can't say much about this, but other than that, this fight was definitely entertaining. Number 6, Gohan and Krillin vs. Goku Ginyu. I gotta say, these two kids seriously went through a lot of challenges in Namek from the start, but when they went up against Ginyu and Goku's body, it's as if they were holding back the whole time because they started dominating the shit out of Ginyu. I'm kinda joking here since Ginyu couldn't use all his potential with Goku's body, but this was a hell of an interesting fight. In DBZ Abridged, they made a parody on Gohan going all out because of all the built-in feelings he had about his father and how he abandoned him like his entire life. And although it is a joke, it seems truthful. Number 5, Trunks and Goten vs. Abo and Kato. This was a really interesting fight in the anniversary special. I wasn't expecting a threat to appear since no one would be tougher than Majin Buu, and when I saw that these guys worked for Frieza, it didn't really help make them seem threatening. More like, aw, how cute, they think they're tough. But surprisingly, they were pretty tough. Tough enough to take on Goten and Trunks and put up a good fight. I was really entertained with the fight, and it was a perfect matchup and a great way to bring back that excitement in Dragon Ball Z. Number 4, Z Fighters vs. Broly. This was one crazy ass team up. And how can it not be when you have so much teamwork on trying to take down a threat with nearly unlimited energy and strength? I mean, if Vegeta of all Saiyans is afraid of someone, you should know that you gotta come up with a better strategy than what's going on here. But I'm glad they did this because it was entertaining as fuck. And seeing Broly swap them all around like flies was badass, especially with that killer soundtrack for the English dub. Number 3. Goku and Vegeta vs. Meta Cooler. I love Goku and Vegeta team-ups, and I sure as hell look forward to seeing them take on more opponents in Dragon Ball Super series, like in the opening intro. But this one is one of the best team-ups they've pulled off. I don't know how many times I've watched this fight and it doesn't get old. It does kinda suck that Vegeta gets shoved aside easily throughout the fight, even though his appearance made him look like a total badass rescuing Goku, but in the end, it was entertaining. And funny as hell. And with the surprise twist at the end of the fight. Number 2. Trunks and Goten vs. Android 18. I love this fight. It is funny from the beginning to the end. I can't believe how strong Android 18 truly is. Taking on both Trunks and Goten would appear to be no easy task, but she managed to pull it off throughout the fight. Now, sure, the outcome could have been different if they weren't together in a suit, but heck, I don't care. This was so funny and entertaining that I don't really feel like making an analysis on what would happen. One of the favorite parts of mine is where Trunks is losing, so he tells Goten to make himself useful and start kicking, and he does! It looks hilarious how the great mighty mask is punching and kicking at the same time. If you haven't seen this fight, I highly recommend you watch it. Number 1. Z Fighters vs. Cell Juniors. So the fight with all the main Z Fighters taking on Broly was one of the most epic team battles in the series, but this one had to be number 1. It had been forever since we had seen all the Z Fighters do something in the series, so putting their skills to the test against the Cell Juniors was an unexpected but one of the most best memorable fights in the series. And honestly, even though the matchups weren't completely accurate, since Yamcha and Tien were doing a great job handling their opponents, and Trunks and Vegeta appeared to be losing most of the time, it didn't matter. It was epic, entertaining as hell, and although in the end we knew Gohan was going to get rid of them once he became Super Saiyan 2, it was still amazing. That's it for the top 10 list. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if so, put a thumbs up. And if there are any other videos you would love to request, please let me know in the comments. Also, if you want to shout out a video request or you want to ask me a question for the next Q&A video, which is coming up pretty close, I strongly recommend you do that on my Facebook page. And if you want to see more of my videos, be sure to hit the subscribe button because it really helps me out a lot. And I'll be sure to let you know when I post up more of my videos. This is Score saying have an awesome day.